Hey, what's up guys, it's Hoodmania360, and today I'm going to be ranking all 6 Shrek movies from worst to best. So let's get this started. So coming in at number 6, I have Shrek the Third. I think I could speak for every Shrek fan when I say that Shrek the Third is easily the worst Shrek film. However, I don't find this film as bad as everyone says it is. Shrek the Third is not awful, it's mediocre. It's bland, it's nothing, it's the Space Jam 2 of the Shrek films. It's just a boring, unfunny movie that probably started DreamWorks' decline in terms of quality. Overall, I rate this film a 5 out of 10. Coming in at number 5, I have Shrek Forever After. Okay, so I already see the hate comments in this video, but let me explain. I enjoyed Shrek Forever After. It's funny, it has a satisfying ending, Rumpelstiltskin is a great villain, and this is the best version of Princess Fiona we've ever seen. However, it does make that Shrek is tired of everything and wants to go back to being a real ogre. Just like how he was before he rescued Princess Fiona, which, by the way, he tells her. Okay, so the way I see it, that kind of thing kind of hurts his character. What makes the first film great is that he starts out being an ogre, rescues Fiona, which he's only doing to get his swamp back at first, then he falls in love with her. And what makes the second film great is that he's willing to give up being an ogre so he can make Fiona happy, but the thing is, that's really the only flaw. It's a big flaw that I have with Shrek Forever After, but it's the only flaw. Overall, I actually really enjoyed this film. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Coming in at number 4, I have Puss in Boots 1. Puss in Boots 1 is very underrated in my opinion. It may not be great, but it is a fun little adventure between Puss in Boots, Kitty Softpaws, and one of Puss's old friends, Humpty Dumpty. If you've never seen this film and find the time, watch it. You'll enjoy it. Overall, I'm going to give this film an 8 out of 10. Okay, so now coming in at number 3, I have the original Shrek. They say you can't beat the original. However, sequels like The Dark Knight, Terminator 2, Empire Strikes Back, hell, even Sonic 2 are all proof that a sequel can beat the original. Which is why Shrek 1 is not number 1. However, Shrek 1 is a fucking masterpiece. It parodies classic fairy tales, introduces fantastic characters, has great humor, and overall just has a nice simple story. Back when I reviewed it for its 20th anniversary, I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. Now it's a 10 out of 10. Coming in at number 2, I have Puss in Boots 2: The Last Wish. I just reviewed this film in my last video, so I won't spend too much time on it. Puss in Boots 2 is fucking phenomenal. It had a nice simple story, every character was great, it had the best humor since Shrek 2, and it was actually pretty dark for a kids movie. It's still in theaters, so please go see it. Trust me, you'll love it. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. And finally, coming in at number 1, I have Shrek 2. Shrek 2 is one of my favorite movies ever made. It expands upon the first film and introduces the idea that just because Shrek rescued Fiona does not mean that everyone will accept him, especially Fiona's father. So he tries to change himself into a human to make Fiona happy, but in the end, she chooses to stay an ogre with Shrek. There's also a lot of funny scenes, like when Donkey is annoying Shrek and Fiona during the trip to Far Far Away, the dinner scene, the banter between Donkey and Puss, and finally, my favorite scene in the whole film, the holding out for a hero scene. Overall, Shrek 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time. If you have not seen it, do yourself a favor and check it out. Of course, I rated a 10 out of 10. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you want me to review in the future. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. And I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to be ranking every single movie that I saw in 2022 from worst to best. It's going to be a big one, so stick around.